So hello, good day everyone. So at this point of time, I'm going to show you and to demonstrate to you how to prepare and start a marine diesel generator using the Konsberg Engine Room Simulator. So generally, we have these 5 systems that we need to set up in order to prepare and to start a marine diesel generator for continuous operation and safe operation. So these 5 systems are the fuel oil system, the starting air system, the lube oil system, the freshwater system, and the seawater system. So here we have the fuel oil system, uh, the color dark orange, this one. So next we have the starting air system, this color gray piping. Then we have also the lube oil system, this color orange, light orange, the lube oil system. Then the fourth one, the freshwater system, this color blue. And lastly, the seawater system, the color green. So as for me, I'm going to prepare first the starting air system, this one, since it takes the time to build up the pressure. As you can see, there is no air pressure in our system, so we must need to start our air compressor to have a compressed air to start our engine. So we must go to number 59. So this is the starting air system. So we will start the emergency starting air compressor, this one, since we are only using the emergency generator. But before that, before starting our emergency compressor, we must check first the piping if there is restriction of flow. So from the emergency starting air compressor, we'll go to here, the emergency starting air reservoir. So we need to open this valve to allow compressed air to start the emergency starting air compressor. And we can now start our air compressor, emergency starting air compressor, by clicking on. So it will now eventually start up compressed air in the emergency starting air system slowly. So we need to check the discharge valve or the supply from the emergency starting air to the diesel generator number 1. So we will open this valve, discharge valve, then the supply to the diesel generator number 1. Open this valve also. So as you can see, the compressed air starts to build up pressure. This is now around 1.50. So at around 10 to 15 bars, so the compressed air is sufficient enough to start our engine. So we will wait until it will make to 15 bars, 10 to 15 bars. Okay. By doing that, also while waiting, we will prepare first the other system. The freshwater system. So the freshwater system can be classified into two, the LT water and the HT water, or the low temperature and the high temperature. So LT water is being used to cool coolers, and the HT is being used to preheat the engine when the engine is not running, and to cool the cylinder and the cylinder head when the engine is not running. So the only thing we need to do in this situation is to preheat the engine by maintaining the inlet temperature at around 75 degrees Celsius. As of now, the temperature is 39, so the only thing we need to do is to maintain this temperature at around 75. So we will turn the preheater on, then click to auto. So in order to allow the automated system to detect if it needs more heat or not. So we will just wait for the temperature to become 75 at around 75 degrees Celsius. So if you think the expansion tank is in low level, so you can supply or you can fill up the expansion tank by just clicking this valve. So eventually it will fill up more. It will fill up fresh water under your expansion tank. So if the temperature is now 75, then the freshwater system is now ready to start our engine. So we will proceed to the other system. The next system we are going to prepare is the loop oil system, this one, the light orange. So as you have noticed, our level of loop oil sump tank is in low level. So we need to fill up our loop oil sump tank, since loop oil is very crucial in an engine. So by clicking this valve, then it will fill up loop oil in our system. So as you can see, the alarm level now is gone. We will just wait for the loop oil to fill up enough or sufficient enough for our loop oil sump tank. Then we will close this valve to stop filling. So our loop oil system will suck from the loop oil sump tank, then to the loop oil pumps, then it will go to the cooler, and it will be sent to the moving parts of the engine. So by tracing the line from the loop oil sump tank going to the loop oil pumps to the coolers, we now need to open one of these valves to allow the flow to go to the engine. So if there is no restriction on the line, so we can now start the priming pump. So click this one, then click auto to allow system. So the loop oil system is now ready for starting in the engine. So we will proceed to the next system. So the next thing we will prepare is the fuel oil system. So please be reminded that we will be using the diesel oil as a situation, since we don't have the production of steam. So there is no heating element of the fuel oil. So since we are using diesel oil, we will go to the diesel oil service tank number 005. This will be our supply of fuel to the diesel generator. So we will just open our supply valve from the diesel oil service tank, then open also to the diesel oil to the diesel generator number 1 and 2, this valve. Then go back to number 75 for our diesel generator system. So the system is connected on this part. So this one, the three-way valve, as you can see, this valve is connected to the diesel oil, since we are using diesel oil. So if you are using the fuel oil, you just have to click this valve. Since what I have said, we will be using diesel oil, so we will use the diesel oil. Click this valve. Then open this valve also to allow pumps to suck from the service tank, this one service tank, then open one of these two pumps. Then your fuel oil system is now ready to start the engine. So we will have now a supply. We will also supply from the service tank to the diesel oil, from the diesel oil tank, service tank to the diesel generator. So the last system we will prepare is the seawater system, this green color. So seawater system is being used to cool the freshwater system, while freshwater system is being used to cool the engine. So seawater system is being used as coolant to the freshwater system. So by comparing the seawater system, we will collect the number one, the seawater system. So this system, we are going to prepare the seawater for to cool the freshwater. So we will use the low suction switches on this valve and trace up the line and open the diesel generator number one freshwater cooler. Since we're using we will start preparing the diesel generator number one, then we'll go to overboard. Since the line or the piping is now okay, we can now start our auxiliary pump. So we'll use only auxiliary pump since we are using emergency generator. So the supply coming from emergency generator is not sufficient enough to provide load to the other consumers. Then, since we already have a supply of seawater to the freshwater cooler, so the engine, the seawater system is now ready to start our engine. So to summarize what we have done, so we have prepared the 5 system to start our engine. So we have prepared the starting air system, the fuel oil system, the lube oil system, the freshwater system, the seawater system. So under starting air system, so we have we started our emergency starting air compressors. We have now compressed air at around 31 bars. So it is already sufficient enough to start our engine. Then under lube oil system or under freshwater system, so the temperature is around 70 degrees Celsius. So it is somehow near at our set point, which is 75 degrees Celsius. Then on our lube oil system, so we have filled up our lube oil sump tank, so it is now sufficient. So the level is okay. Then the priming pump is already running, so there is already flow of lube oil from sump tank to the major parts, from sump tank to the major parts of the major moving parts of the engine. Then our fuel oil system, we have already supplied from the diesel oil service tank. The valve is now open, going to the diesel generator. Then we are using the diesel oil. The 3-way valve is on diesel oil. Then one filter is using. Then we have already supplied from the service oil, diesel oil service tank to the engine. Then the seawater also, we have already prepared it. So we suck seawater from the low suction switches. Then using auxiliary pump that provide pressure to the diesel generator 1 freshwater coolers for cooling the freshwater system. And then, so we assume that the temperature of the freshwater system, or we will assume that the temperature of the inlet, the preheated water is around 75. So we can now be able to start our engine or our diesel generator by clicking start. So as you can see, the engine driven pumps is now running, and we have Now RPM on our generator, meaning to say the engine is now running, rotating. The RPM is 905. Then all of the pumps are functioning. So our engine is now running. So that is the preparation and the starting of the diesel generator using the Konsberg Engine Room Simulator. That's all. Thank you.